Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Broadcast live.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
It's live. It's live. It's live. Brum, 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 brum. Hope this shit don't start late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
That nigga said the
first
one
midfield before being
was a hefty
just
one.
before the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Watson going to give this one to Miller. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on second down, Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there. It leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Yeah, they got everybody.
Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
Nobody, that nigga ain't trade nobody out that thing.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's the end of the end zone.
You better join before somebody else join this next day.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he will have a touchdown.
To the window. To the wall.
Take him down.
The Ravens not open.
That was a beautiful play.
Shit, I missed.
You gotta watch out.
6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Hey, Boogie.
With an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like
y'all gotta watch the
Fairbairn
screen,
good
man.
with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone.
Nigga, that's my score, nigga.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And Jeb, you want to join this league too?
Sure.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Open that jump.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
What they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
Oh, yeah, they got two.
And open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
From the 25, second down. Wilson, Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
We do.
Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
Ooh, what a fucking move.
Tyler Lockett, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Woo!
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Okay, about 25 yards. Shit, I took the wrong
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe
So that nigga
exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Where the fuck he come from?
Touchdown, Seattle.
You wasn't throwing it to him. I don't care what you talk about.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Shit, I'm still running.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He let a computer play for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson now to throw. Flushed out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson dancing to his left. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That'll go down as a loss of 8, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it'll be intercepted.
That's bullshit.
Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson, escaping the pressure right. He's going to look into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by
He did the same thing I just did, right?
His guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
To throw is Watson. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 31, Watson, flush to his right. It's caught, it's Miller.
Hey, keep to it, dog.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Oh, she got water. Get some water.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Lucky you had switched the damn play.
Hey, Stacks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
If I was you,
a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid game.
What you trying to do with your team?
From the 24, Watson.
Look at your team.
The pressure right. He'll try and run it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now Watson out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from a yard out. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score.
Let's get some water in your life.
1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
On third down, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
You say what?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Oh, you about to be a mad scientist, huh? Shit, I'm going to tell you the teams that trade a lot.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson.
You can get the moon.
And this is incomplete.
He drops it.
Interesting call there to go for it.
He's not a possession wide receiver.
Excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Who? Oh, nah. Somebody had
out wide to Fuller.
Throughout the season,
this
bro.
time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So, you know how
Why did he jump for the ball like that?
That's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there
he
defensively.
He got
just his
rid
second
of
incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
But that put my team up.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He finds his target, Fuller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That nigga getting paid too much.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Wings good here.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
It didn't come through.
Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. So on 3rd down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked, got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work, like what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it, and in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
When trade deadline over with?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the
week.
Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 77 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't think
Texans
you can trade this
ready
week.
to go here for their next drive. And
Look
Charles,
it
the way
up.
touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it
Oh,
away.
man,
Whatever you get
so
after that is almost
Oh,
gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I just sent it to him.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, that was dangerous.
Yes, it was.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
You see?
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run down here with pro size. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. This is Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now, as his guys have now moved out in front.
He put a lot of zip on that one.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Here's Brian Anger now. They'll boot it away from about his 35.
It is.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do that.
What you say?
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Carson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Here's Carson, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
We can just release them.
They run the counter. Carson.
Oh, hey, well in like
9 good
shit.
yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Oh, man,
Boy,
we
what would
had
these
him back
guys be
there.
without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Just keep it as pending.
They go play action now. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Beat up. We're going to just release the
blitz.
nigga.
That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against the long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Can't trade next week.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That his pass is intercepted.
See, that's what I'm saying. Let me hear look. You can just look. I can just. If you don't go through, we gotta release it. Let's just release the players, and I'm gonna release mine, and you get. So I'm gonna release Ramsey.
Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On the move to his left. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first down, it's Miller, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
On second and 12, Watson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans.
Let's go to the draft. They're going to say either, like you can put square or triangle.
Third and long, it's Watson. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets
up the first and goal. He wasn't expecting me to throw that, was you?
When you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
I get lucky twice. He just missed it.
Second touchdown of
so
the
I'm
afternoon.
lucky.
As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I threw it over your head, sir. How's that lucky?
And we are all tied at 28.
Hey.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Nigga, they fucked J.J. Watt the fuck up.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Here's Procise. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw is Wilson. On 3rd down. Flush to his right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game.
They gonna finally pump the ball, sir.
Now 4th down.
Jesus Christ. That nigga hard here.
Yo, Lemon. I'm about to release him and you go pick him up right now. You heard me? I'm about to release Jalen Ramsey. You go pick him up right now.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. And with very little time left on the play clock,
man, come do this right now. You can do that later.
First, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Bro, just go to... Bro, go to free agency. Look, bro. I'm trying to tell you how to do this shit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out.
Man, I do it, bro. I do
a
it.
curious decision to go for it. Doesn't.
Hell yeah.
I do it, but just come on, let's get this shit done.
That makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. And this is incomplete.
Ooh,
by the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory.
I'm going to release him right now.
Booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship.
And this is going to be intercepted.
This nigga bound to be the high overall in this game, bro.
So how about that for a moment?
You at free agency?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game.
Hey, you at free agency?
You got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead
you at the
and everything
you at the little thing
in the other direction.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Who you release?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Carson.
Typically, we
say you already released
safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
All right, go for the sound. I release Ramsey. Release Nielsen now.
Oh, that's one to
I release Ramsey. You better go get Ramsey. Go get him right now. Go get him right now.
Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads.
I'm going to release the O-line.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
And I seen what's the name through a trade. Trade done all season.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I'm releasing him right now.
Carson, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
All right, I'll sign in there.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And the down. And this is going to get out of bounds.
Did you go sign that line?
A bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
We good.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that pick for sure.
Big ass tackle, Hog Molly. Is he going to play smart or he going to go for it like he always been doing?
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
That was some fly ass shit he just did, bro. How he gonna run the ball One way, then run the ball.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett, but they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Y'all don't respect the game of football, man.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read.
This nigga been punting. He been going for the whole game, bro.
That time ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
What?
Watson now. Throwing again.
I'm going to do that right now.
To run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
That nigga cold with it. This nigga bit this off.
He completes it into the hands of Miller.
Stop that shit.
Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
You gotta stop hoping on me messing up, sir.
They'll run with Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson on first down.
Break a fucking
and
tackle,
this one goes
man.
nowhere. Losing yardage back
Jesus
at the 22.
Christ.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Gee, how am I charge my phone? You got to charge. Said you called this man. Look at him.
Now Watson.
Got him.
He got one on
Got him. Let's go. Hey, little dog, you bit like a motherfucker, boy.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run high, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Let's get
Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You hoping?
They're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
That nigga name is Fairbairn.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Rumble!
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
What's the storm by noon?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Open mouth.
1st and 10, it's Wilson. He hits his running
back
first ice. And he gets us up just shy of that 30.
You all right, big papa. She tried to hold you.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Wilson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson on target there to Moore. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Hell of a fucking play there, boy.
Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Donation! Tighten it up like Michael Jackson zippers, nigga!
With such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Miller, and some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Let's scoot.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Miller.
Woo-hoo. They call me Jam because I got the Jakes and Shakes, baby.
Get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. This is Miller.
They is sweet in his middle.
About the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Here we go, a big play.
GG, Liddy.
Game late. They're going on 4th and goal. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Not without question. When you force 4 turnovers,
Lid dog, I know you're not a sore
enjoy
loser.
the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you
Turn
force
your
4 turnovers and lose a
mic
ball
on,
game.
sir.
That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other.
Thank you, damn.
And being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
But the thing is, it make it seem like I'm doing zone, but it wasn't. That's the thing of tricking you on defense. And you think he was open, like nope. I had to figure out why you kept throwing the slant shit, and then I found you kept throwing it to one side of the field. That shit not gonna work. But good game though.
So
that was a good ass.
For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gauton. This has been a presentation of the NFL
since I played Stacks.
EA
And I struggled on offense then, right, Stacks?
It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
No, because that's the only person I just played since the last person before that was Boogie. That was like 4 months ago, damn near 3. Hey, Boogie, I can't hear you talking trash, bro. I can't hear you if you talking trash.
Got on his ass, he didn't want to play me no more.
Nigga, you thought you was good and you gonna throw your brother out there and he gonna pick the fucking Chiefs. I beat the slave off your brother.
Because I feel like you and my brother same level. I be dogging my brother ass, fool.
Yeah, that nigga was ass. But the defense showed what they supposed to. Try to stop Russell Wilson.